Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, swings down the sideline, throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
The San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What's going on, people? I know. But it's your boy Mike from Nothing But Niners crew. Guys, I am here to overreact. In every sense of the word, guys. We're going to have Kyle Shanahan coming on soon when they go live for the 49ers pressers. I'm going to keep my eye on that over there. Listen, guys, this was a rough one from the start. This one was bad. The Niners got embarrassed. I'm going to say it again. The Niners got embarrassed 33-19 by the freaking Ravens, bro. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to break it all down. But I got to run through some formalities really quick. I want to thank you all for checking us out here. If this is your first time here on the YouTube page and you enjoy the show, please follow the instructions on the banner at the bottom of the screen. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. We're going to get back in the mix of doing shows more often here. Had some personal things going on with family and all, so we kind of went light this week, but we are going to be back in our groove. I can promise you guys that. So please make sure you are here. Give us a follow on some of our social media platforms. We have Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Those handles are Nothing But 9. That is the number 9. Nothing But 9 ERS. And then follow us on some of our other social media pages such as Twitch and Facebook. Those handles are Nothing But Niners. That is spelled all the way out. All right, all the way out. Listen, man. Listen. I get hate for a lot of things, and I went through all the emotions and leading up to this game. First, I was saying, man, listen, the Niners aren't going to win this one. They're not going to win it. I felt it. I knew it in my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt it in my core. Then I, talking to some people, Wayne and I do our shows and all that on the day, and they got me hyped. And I'm like, oh man, we got this. We got this. We can win. You know what I'm saying? The Niners got this. We can do what we're supposed to do. Like I felt it. I really did. I felt like we got this one. But then there was just something like hanging on the back of my head, right? It's like Lamar Jackson doesn't lose to AFC teams. He improved his record tonight to 20-1 against all NFC teams. Kyle Shanahan continued his streak of 37, now 38 losses anytime he is trailing in the fourth quarter. Anytime he is trailing in the fourth quarter, Kyle Shanahan is 0-38. Now, there's a lot of blame to go around, and I'm sure we're going to get to all of that. I see some super chats already pouring in here. You know what? Let me go ahead and get to them. Kyle is not yet at the podium. I see people saying that they're live. The stream is live, but I don't have anybody speaking on my screen. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the super chat segment if I can find my ticker here. Where is it? Has my ticker been removed? Well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let me edit this one really quick and put my super chats in here. I would like that to be the banner going across the bottom. super chat segment. I apologize, guys. I don't know where my ticker went. All right, there we go. Let's get to some of these super chats. Like I said, I'm keeping my eye on the pressers here, and I don't see anything there. If you guys see something different, let me know. But I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Here we go here. E-Man says, classic Kyle choke job when the lights are brightest. Kyle came outscored. What? Kyle came outscored in his play calling instead of sticking to his bread and butter. I mean, he really wanted to show that Brock Purdy was the MVP tonight. I really, really think that's what his little hang-up was. I think he wanted to show that Brandon Ayuk was the guy. Brandon Ayuk is the man. And, you know, it's just what he thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that he wanted to show it, and he abandoned the run early, didn't need to. Christian McCaffrey finished the game, guys, averaging over 7 yards a carry, and he only carried the ball 14 times. And some of those carries came when we were down 3 scores. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And it's even as receiving. Christian McCaffrey had 6 catches for 28 yards, it says. I saw somewhere else that he had 60 receiving yards, but I don't know. Either way, he had enough. Christian McCaffrey was out there well over 130 all-purpose yards and a touchdown, but we wanted to continue to throw the ball. We wanted to throw the ball. I will talk about the injuries and all that, but I'm waiting for Kyle Shanahan to talk about it. But we know a couple of things already. Brock Purdy had a stinger, was cleared to return, did not return. You know what? I will give a link. I'm not going to invite everybody in, but Dan, you can click this link. We can talk, man. We can shoot the shit a little bit. All right. There's the link right there, Dan, if you want to get that. Kyle got away from the run. Too early, too soon. JP Hellahard, we got beat up in the trenches, G. This was the best D. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, man. This defense is different. The Niners hadn't played this kind of defense in a really, really long time. And, you know, I know people thought Philly's defense was all that, but I never believed in Philly's defense since Debo said it, you know, in the excuse me, in the NFC Championship game, you know, afterwards. He was like, their secondary soft. I never believed in it. Never believed in their defense. I was never sold on Dallas's defense. They're hit or miss. But this defense is real. They're really, really well coached. You know, that's what you expect to see. You know, the offensive line, especially once the injuries started piling up, once Trent Williams went out and Banks went out, I mean, they started pulling guys left and right. I don't know how many of them could have came back in there and played, but it was crazy. What'd they finish the game with? 5 interceptions, I think. We had 4 from Purdy, 1 from Sam Darnold there at the end. I mean, this is crazy. A 5 turnover game, all by the quarterbacks. That's not good. That's not good. We're going to talk about it, though. Delvin says here, we got outcoached and outplayed today. Absolutely. I can't disagree. I wouldn't try to disagree. You know, the Ravens came in here and showed, hey, we are the cream of the crop. They said it on that final interception. They went right there and were like, hey, we're the best. They said it. You can hear them saying it. We're the best. We're the best. All right, yeah. So Kyle is still not at the podium. He must be giving a hell of a speech. Adam says here, as a Birds fan, glad y'all lost. Hope we meet again in the conference chip. Y'all have been unstoppable. Just praying y'all lose to the Rams. Hey, listen, man. That's the only way you guys are going to get us is if we lose to the Rams and y'all get that number 1 seed, because the Eagles barely eked by the Giants. Y'all have been exposed, bro. Y'all have been exposed. I'm not worried about the Eagles still, you know, but I do appreciate you giving the super chat. I really, really do. Excuse me. There's no team in the NFC that I'm worried about. I got to be very, very clear. And if we do happen to see the Ravens again in the Super Bowl, this should be a really, really good learning experience. 3 interceptions in the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken, definitely in the first half. Purdy was just off. When one thing didn't go Kyle's way or Purdy's way, Kyle started calling predetermined throws. 2 of those led to interceptions. Not good at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just ugly, man. It was ugly. Dan, give me a thumbs up when you're ready to jump in here. I'll pop you up here as soon as you're ready. You guys can keep the super chats coming. We're going to talk about it here. JP, I saw you pop in there, but I don't know where you went. Let me bring my man Dan up to the stage now. What's going on, Dan? How you feeling over there, big dog? You all right?
That was very disappointing to watch. Yeah, it was hard, but you know what? You got to stick to your guns. You finish the game the entire way through. And also, I'm sorry about the lighting. I tried to fix that. I can't get it right and such. But I mean, I felt, you know what? I'm not even gonna blame Shanahan for coming out swinging. I mean,
Swinging.
I'm gonna be
That's what you
straight
call it?
honest with you. I agree with it.
You stop. Hold on. The 49ers are a run first team. Oh,
Okay.
wait. Hold on. We got Kyle here. Hold on. Let me rewind it a little bit. We got Kyle here. So I'm gonna pop that up here. You guys can keep those super chats coming, but let me get Kyle up here really quick. Let's do away with the background and let's add Kyle to the stage. Here we go.
All right, guys. Injuries from the game. Trent Williams had a groin, didn't return. Jalen Moore had a concussion, didn't return. Brock Purdy, stinger, didn't return. Aaron Banks, toe, didn't return. And Ambry Thomas, the hamstring. Go ahead.
What's your message to the team after a game like this?
I thought we came out hard, ready to go. Offense, defense, special teams. Getting the safety, moving the ball. But for that first half, when you have those 3 turnovers, and you do those things and you miss some opportunities and you're down 16-12, you got not much to show for it. I thought we blew a bunch of opportunities in that first half. In the second half, that third quarter was a rough one. When we get another turnover, the 100 yards in penalties, when we had that punt and false start before it, I believe, the personal foul out of bounds, we just twice our defense had it on their side of the 50 in the third, and then unraveled after that. So anytime you got 5 turnovers, over 100 yards in penalties, that's how it should be. And
is that what you said to the team?
Separate, but was there anything generally going on that they were doing or that he was a little off on that you can just kind of describe what happened with those picks?
Yeah, the one that he was off on was the first one. Just read the coverage wrong and didn't expect someone to be back there and made a bad decision on the first one. Second one, corner made a hell of a play blitzing. He couldn't get it over him. The guy tipped it and ended up making it to himself. The third one, scrambling, I didn't really see what happened on it. I saw the end result. I don't know what happened on the ball, whether 14 made a play, whether they both hit it at the same time. But he broke out of the pocket on a big third down, had George and 14 coming back to him and threw it right at them, and it just bounced up and got another tip. And then the fourth one in the third quarter, and he was making the right decision, going to Christian on a check down, and someone hit him from the right side, and the ball came out sideways and went right to their linebacker. So I thought, the first one was a big mistake, and the other 3 was pretty unfortunate for him.
I'm going to pause it right there because that's key. The first one was a big mistake, and he solely blames Purdy on that.
It was.
And that's when he started going to the predetermined plays, which led to more tips because they were obvious. That went off of Debo's hand. Like, this is what Kyle does. Like, as soon as his quarterbacks aren't perfect, he starts micromanaging. And to me, that led to more turnovers. That even leads to more nervousness in the quarterback. Now it's like, oh shit, my coach don't trust me. But Purdy can't act that way. He got rid of all the competition for you at that starting role. You got to go out there and shake it off, and you got to go out there and just do what you can, man. Like, it's wild. I didn't like that at all. I'm gonna keep it playing here, but
here's the thing, Mike. We came out swinging. It was kind of working at the beginning. If you go back and watch it, Purdy's late throwing the ball because if he hits that as soon as he comes out of his route, that's a touchdown.
But I don't know what you mean by we came out swinging. The offense couldn't do shit.
Well, the first drive, right? We had a couple big passes to George Kittle that went for like 30, 20 yards. And then we started getting down inside the red zone, and then he just threw the pick.
Kyle abandoned the run when we needed to run. Well, we'll get to it. Hold on. Let's see what he says.
Game like this, really. What did you see in his demeanor just as this was going on? What did you see from him?
I didn't mind his demeanor. He stayed in there, kept battling. Our whole team struggled there in the second half, so it just wasn't him. I know he was disappointed not being able to finish it there, but getting that stinger again, it was just wanted to keep him out of there and ready for him to bounce back next week.
Could he have gone back in if
Possibly. I didn't even ask. I know he had a bad stinger, and we had 3 linemen out at the time, and I don't want him to go in and not be ready for next week.
You're concerned about beyond this week?
Nothing I'm concerned about, but you know how stingers are. It could be worse tomorrow, but I think he'll be all right.
Henry Thomas's hamstring injury related to Jason Verrett going in the third quarter?
No, we wanted to get Verrett going a little bit just to mix him in there, get his feet wet. It's been a while since he's played, so he's been doing some good things in practice. So we wanted to give him an op out there just a little bit and
keep me blocked.
And I think we mixed in some more as Ambry had that, but also went with Luter a bunch too.
Well, he's mostly played outside in his career. It seemed like somewhat of a big ask. He hadn't played since 2021 to play in the slot. I mean, did you guys consider, like, is this maybe too much in a game like this? Put him out there.
I mean, that's what he's been playing here these last 2 weeks. That's what he played for the 4 weeks he was in Houston. That's what he wants to play, and that's what we think he looks the best at and where he can help us the most. So we think all the NFL games are big, regardless of which one, especially this time of year.
Fucking practice.
And we feel like he's the best guy for us with how practice has been going and for our roster right now.
Unbelievable.
Do you have any early sense on Trent's groin injury?
I don't. You know, he tried to go back in.
Mike, he kind of broke up on my end.
So we'll get the MRI tomorrow and see how it goes.
In that third quarter, you just haven't seen this team kind of get.
What part?
The one where you're saying like unbelievable, like it stopped like in between that like entire section.
He said they were like, he's played outside his whole career. The question was, talking about Jason Verrett. He's played outside his whole career. You don't think it was a big ask for someone who hasn't played since 2021 to go into the slot and play? And he's like, oh, well, that's where he played for us all week. He did some good things in practice. And that's where he played the 4 weeks in Houston. He didn't play in Houston. So he's saying that that's what he did in practice. Like, what the fuck is that? That's a controlled environment. That's not where Jason Verrett plays.
Yeah,
like that's a weekend. Oh, he did some good things. We wanted to get him some reps. It wasn't necessarily about Ambry Thomas's injury. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
Like, you do that if you wanted to get him reps. If you wanted to give him reps with that, you do that at the end of the game when we're controlling. Not at the beginning.
No sense to me at all, man. No sense at all. Jason Verrett, every time they call his number early, like he's trash, bro. I'm sorry. Like, and JV, like, whatever, man. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Let me see what else bullshit he's giving us here.
Knocked around for a full quarter. Do you think they got demoralized a little bit? What was kind of the feeling as that was happening?
I don't think we did anything on offense, and we turned it over. Then we had the punt, which basically was a turnover because of their return, and then the personal foul. And you know, that's a good offense too. I mean, there's some guys that are hard to tackle. They are going to do that. I thought our defense came out ready to go, and we're doing a decent job. And they only could do it for so long. I thought the way we were struggling on offense in the third quarter led to some missed tackles. I think we gave 5 first downs on penalties today. Saw all that happen. So, no, I'm not going to sit and say they're demoralized or anything. We weren't very balanced throughout our whole team today. And I thought they came out ready to go. But when you turn the ball over, it doesn't really matter. And then the way that third quarter went, that was some bad football. And by the time the fourth started, it was out of hand.
Your play calling in the first quarter was very aggressive. 10 passes, 5 runs, and a lot of throws down the field. Was that your plan coming into the first quarter to attack with the pass like that?
No, it was to be balanced. We just
be balanced.
You know, it
no way. You threw the ball like 7 times.
Make a conscious decision. We're going to come out throwing. It was some of the looks we had, and felt we were moving the ball pretty good doing it.
Well, it's been so good almost every single week. Can you almost say, hey, he was due for something like this, and let's see what happens next? Can you put it in context like that?
I mean, I just think the fact he's played this long and never had a game like this, I mean, is pretty unusual. I think that's the reality of the NFL. I'm not saying it's bound to happen, but I mean, wish he didn't have as many picks today. But like I said, I think one of them was one he'd really like to have back. The other 3, I think, were unfortunate. We played a good team, didn't play our best football today, and that's what happens. We lost a game that we really wanted to win. We knew this was a big one. Our guys are real disappointed tonight. They should be. But when it comes down to it, we're still in the same situation that we were before the game started, and we got to take care of our business. And that's why it's all right to be upset tonight. We put a lot into that and didn't get out of it what we expected to. But we got to make sure we're ready for Washington when they come back on Wednesday. And coaches will be in there tomorrow, but a short week will keep them away and make sure we got a game plan ready for them on Wednesday.
Did the offense feel like it went back and think on the McCaffrey touchdown drive where you got a lot of the yards and you finished it off with a touchdown? Do you feel like it was back, or that was things were still just
No, we didn't feel like it went away. It's hard to, you don't score points when you turn it over, and we turned it over 3 times in the first half, and I think we had 9 yards of play at halftime. That we got a number of explosives, and we had 13 points to show for, or 12. It was 12, right? With the safety, so we got 10 on offense, and I was just thought we were doing some good things. We just, in order to score, can't give it back to them. You got to finish, and whether kicking a field goal or crossing the goal line, and when we were moving the ball, it doesn't matter how you move the ball if you don't score, and that's what we didn't do today.
He's a talking contradiction right now.
Yeah, I know. Mike,
no one played well enough to win. I think if everyone looks at the score and see how that went, I was encouraged with a number of things. I loved how they came out. But the penalties, the number of first downs, there was times I thought we did a real good job containing Lamar, but just as a team, we gave him too many opportunities. And when they get too many opportunities, to me, based off our team, it's he's going to end up having his, and he did. He made some plays. We missed some tackles, which he's going to do to everybody when they get in space. But we had our moments. But those moments, you got to capitalize on them in all 3 phases, and we didn't.
How do you expect
we had our moments? No, we didn't.
Your team, your defense looked tired. Is that at all a concern as the year's ending, that fatigue might be an issue to end the season?
I think that is for everybody. No difference in anyone, but we're the same as everyone else in the NFL right now.
How do you expect Brock to bounce back from a game like this?
Brock, he'll bounce back. He'll be in there tomorrow looking at the film. He'll come to Wednesday ready to go. Hopefully his stinger clears up, which I expect it to, and our whole team will bounce back. I thought he came in and did a good job, real good job. Led us to a touchdown there. Wish we would have scored again there at the end. He was in a tough situation there with some of the 2-minute stuff. Some of the guys who were, just in and out with, some of the receivers, the O-line, just some of the injuries and substitutions we had. But he had good command, and I didn't see what happened at the end. I was looking down the field. I don't know what happened on the sack, so I'll review that. But I was happy with Sam.
Offensive line injuries. Was Banks a re-aggravation of his turf toe?
I mean, they said it was his toe, and it was the same foot, so I'm assuming so.
And then if Trent or Jalen can't play next week, is Burford the next option there?
Yes. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks.
Oh my God.
He did give us a good answer. He did give us a good answer for something. And I'll tell you guys what that is. So let me drop that out. I'm going to bring up our other 2 guests down here, JP Hellahard and my man Dre. I know Dre be in and out real quick. What's going on, Big Dre? How you doing? JP, what's going on, fellas? I hope y'all are blessed.
What's up, good brother?
Let me just say this real quick, and then we'll break down what y'all thought about everything. But he did that question at the very, very end was a phenomenal question. They said if Trent and Jalen can't go, damn it, fuck, what was the question? Either way, it's not McKivitz. It's not Colton. that's what I wanted to drive home. The other option was
right.
I think he said Jalen or something like that. If he can't go, he said it's going to be whoever, and it wasn't McKivitz. So hopefully we don't have to see McKivitz in there. That was probably the most honest and the best thing Kyle said in that whole presser. This guy said I wanted to be balanced. Bro, we threw the ball 46 times. And Christian McCaffrey had 14 carries, averaging over 7 yards a pop. Like, what is Kyle talking? Like, you can't piss on me and tell me it's raining, bro. Like, what the? We watched the same game.
Right. Big facts.
We watched the same game. And if you want to sit here and tell us that, oh, well, he threw some interceptions and, it's hard to bounce back from that, then run the fucking ball and let him get his confidence back.
Big facts.
Oh, you throw interceptions? Okay, keep throwing. Oh, you throw another one? That's okay. Keep throwing. No. It's all right. One more? What's one more? It's only 4, right? You kept throwing the ball. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I'm sorry. I'm not buying that.
No, you absolutely right. Big facts.
I mean, basically,
we have the perfect running back tandem where you got a guy who could come in and get you a big play. You know, we've seen it in the first half, man. The man runs the ball and gets a 50, 60-yard run. So we have the perfect tandem to slow the whole damn game down. Give McCaffrey a run, get him out of the game, bring in Mason, let him punch him in the fucking face a few times, get a couple of first downs. Man, get a long 8-9 minute demoralizing run in on offense so you could get down there and score, and then you got them on their heels and you make them think about it. And another thing is when it's a crucial play in the second half, and basically you're talking about you wanted Verrett to get his feet wet. That's not the time you want him to get his feet wet, bro.
Definitely
That's
not.
the worst possible answer.
And big facts, Brody.
Yeah,
listen, we got out coached, and also why were we running the ball to the right so much instead of to the left? Somebody please tell me. Please buzz me in. It made no sense.
Himself, man. Outsmarting himself.
And like I said, the most physical team, it was set up perfectly. The only way they could beat us is if we beat ourselves. You feel me? With the pass heavy game plan. Made no sense to me.
One thing I can say, bro, you know what I'm saying, is there won't be another game where we turn the ball over 3 times in the first half.
Hey,
and like that, like this is a once in a lifetime thing. So if I'm a Ravens fan right now, I'm thinking, well, we scored 33 points, but we literally got the ball on our 50 or better 4 times in this game. 4 times, and you only scored 33 points. If we did that, bro, we scored 60 on a team. So I'm really not even looking at this game as if it's that bad of a loss, bro. They got the ball.
It's an anomaly. It's an anomaly because look, and I'm here for the building. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the challenge to where we go from here. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is going to determine what you're going to do when you get punched in the face. Like, you feel me? Come back stronger than ever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at it as a good thing because I got it's a silver lining. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like, okay, we got physically dominated, but we beat ourselves. But also, this was the best defense we played this season. You know what I'm saying? So, look.
And how many teams in the NFL can say that they've played? We played 3 powerhouses, bro. We played the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Ravens, bro. There's not one team in the NFL that has. I think we got the hardest strength of schedule there is. We had the Seahawks back to back. Look, our strength of schedule is crazy.
Right. So let me tell you. You know what it was? The common denominator in all that is Harbaugh. He's a hell of a coach, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Let me see here. Oh no, it was just one more. I'm sorry. This is from Adam again. He said, "Just want to
hold on, bro. Say something."
Eagles fan.
Yeah, speak on it.
Not a delusional Eagles fan like some of y'all kicked our ass. Wait, like some y'all kicked our ass. Frustrated with my own team. I just like to see our comp lose. Okay, I respect that. I respect that. Okay, so he wasn't coming in here saying, "Oh, blah, blah, blah."
No, I don't respect that. He's just he's fishing, trying to get a response. He's trying to catch a big mouth bass. Knock it off with the shenanigans, man. Come on, man.
Dude, he's right. He's right. I was yelling and screaming when the Cowboys lost last night.
Right.
I was excited when the Chiefs lost today.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
but my thing is, I'm not paying attention to nobody. It's about if we take care of business, nobody can beat us at our best. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't at our best. We got confused. We got outcoached, and we got dominated in the trenches, physically beat up. Come on, man.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think Kyle wanted to put Purdy on display as the MVP candidate?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Clearly.
Yeah, he did.
See, Christian McCaffrey is the only reason he got into the end zone, and you take the ball out of his hands.
See, and that's what I'm saying is about we're feeling ourselves, listening to the narrative, talking heads and all that. Man, let's stop being cute and be who we are. You know what I'm saying? When we be who we are, there's no way in the world we should have passed the ball 45 times plus at all.
Kyle,
that's not who we are.
He let the entire
so I'm saying, so that answers your question right there. Of course, Kyle was trying to, you feel me? Yeah.
he let the entire national media and the doubt of Brock Purdy completely take away his strength with the team.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Dan. I know you wanted to jump in. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, Mike, you remember a couple weeks ago when I said accolades and such don't matter unless you win the championship. Kind of glad this is out of the way now, so that way we don't focus on an MVP conversation, and we can focus on the playoffs ahead.
Big facts, Dan. For real, big facts. That's what I said. We don't want to win the MVP. We want to win the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, that's all we care about.
This is the franchise. Yeah, Go ahead.
Mike, is that Fred Warner on screen? I think that's Fred Warner.
Yeah, let's see what Fred Warner has to say here.
Yeah, I mean,
how many mixed tackles did we have tonight?
We know the recipe for winning football games for our team. Like, we got to take the ball away on defense. We didn't take the ball away. We got to protect the ball on offense. We gave it away. So when you do that, that's how you lose games, you know. And so even through all of that, had we scored on that last drive, we would have been within one score and like had a chance. But right at that point, it's like, man, you grasping to try to find a way back in the game, but we didn't execute. They were the better team today.
Mike, can you pause for a second?
Are you happy about that in that moment, or are you?
Why hasn't it let me pause? Hold on. Go ahead, Dan.
That reminded me of something else I was going to say when coming in here. The fact that we had the ball at the 1 yard line and with 2 minutes to go, and we didn't run with Christian McCaffrey pissed me the frick off.
Come on,
that would have been an easy touchdown, and we could at least have one more drive going down there because Sam Darnold was actually doing all right. I'm not gonna lie, he was doing all right. He was getting his.
Man, it was a prevent defense, man.
There's no reason in hell.
It looked like that.
Hold on. There's no reason in hell why it should be on the 1 yard line, and we're in shotgun. You need to be under center to play for the QB sneak or make them think that, and then you hand it off to McCaffrey, or you actually do the QB sneak. There's no reason
exactly.
That's a sack.
Hey, Mike, big facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, be who we are, physical. Be who we are all season. Like, why are we trying to get cute now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shotgun. That's what are we doing?
This is not the game to get cute.
I was honestly confused as to why we didn't run with Christian McCaffrey on the first drive that we had. Like, I think we could have gotten to the end zone easy if we would have just handed the ball to C-Mac a few times.
That's what I'm saying. Let's be physical and run to the left. Like, everything was to the right. Like over there to McKibben.
Kyle wanted that first drive to be Brock Purdy's touchdown.
Yeah,
because I think he threw the ball. I think that was like, what, 8-play drive, and I think they threw the ball 6 times.
Yeah. And here's the crazy part about it all, right? It's like, I understand that Kyle wants to make a statement with his quarterback, and I actually like that he has faith in his quarterback. But when you see shit is not working, you got to be able to say, all right, let's make some adjustments. And I just didn't see that from him. Now,
I didn't see no adjustment. Exactly.
He said something during his presser along the lines of, we're in the same place we were before the game started. We just go out here and got to worry about the next 2. Like, I think that was in the back of his mind also. Like, he was kind of not so much looking past the Ravens, but I got nothing to lose. Let me try to make a statement out of this game. And
fuck the statement. They made a statement. You know what I'm saying? Like I said. And then once he threw the first 2 interceptions, then keep on being pass happy. I don't understand it, man.
We made look like he was Marshawn Lynch out there. That shit was crazy to me.
Last thing before we continue, I never want to see us run a stretch play to the right ever again.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Everything.
I want Christian McCaffrey to run the ball up the middle every single effing time.
Everything to the right, and then the linebackers. They got speedy linebackers. They're playing sideline to sideline. Everything was getting shut off.
How many times did we run the stretch play to the right in those 6 games? I don't think we did. Like, we might have done it here and there, but we may have done it here and there just to dial something up, maybe to try to get something out of it. But we always run to the left. We run it up the middle. Like, Like, I don't understand what all of a sudden we were doing by running stretch plays to the right, and they were covering them up already. Like, they knew
Hey,
it was coming.
hey,
Start of the
look,
third
the
quarter,
Ravens was
we
out.
did it twice,
Hey, the Ravens
and they
was out
stopped
there.
it.
They was
Hold
out
on,
there
JP.
hitting.
Hold on, JP. Hold on, JP. Let
Yeah,
him finish his thought.
yeah. Okay.
We did it. We did it twice, and they stopped it twice, and then we went back to the passing game. Why? And then we don't learn from that. We don't
Right.
learn. We did not learn from our mistakes tonight, and Kyle Shanahan wanted to make a quarterback statement rather than finish the game winning. That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all I got. If you want to continue the video, that's fine. So.
And then you got a super chat here from Master Chef. He says here, Sam Darnold could have run straight up the exactly. Like even on the shotgun play, when the play broke down, there was a hole. Fucking Moses parted the Red Sea. It was right there, and he just I don't know, man. I don't.
Sam Darnold is who we expect him to be. He is who we thought he is. You feel me?
Terrible, man.
He's scared to death back there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get back to Fred.
Let's get back to it.
Turnover margin. Are you happy about that in that moment, or are you regretting like, hey, we had opportunities? Turnover margin. Are you happy about it at the half? You're only down 4 despite being -3. Turnover margin. Are you happy about that in that moment, or are you regretting like, hey, we had opportunities to really get a big lead here?
Both. I think obviously we have to have a way better start to the game in the first half as a team, and then in the second half, even if they do get the ball on defense, we can't let them score touchdowns. Like, we got to find a way to either get the ball back or settle for 3, and we didn't do that in the second half. We just didn't play good enough to win the game.
Well, there was at one point, you and Dre and Nick were having a talk on the sideline early on, trying to figure out things. What was that about? Just trying to solve what Lamar was doing offensively?
I can't remember exactly what we were talking about, but I mean, we came into the game saying we had to stop the run. I feel like we did that in a big way early on. As you know, Lamar made some big plays with his legs and extending some plays. And we knew that he was going to get his. We just had to get ours, and we didn't today. We had to find a way to take the ball away to get us back in that game. We just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. That's key. I got to say something about that real quick.
Big picture. You know, you guys came in here controlling your own destiny.
Fucking pause. So I know a lot of people are going to talk about the missed tackles. And I noticed.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. While they were a lot, and I don't know what the actual number is. Let me be very clear. I have no idea what the actual number of missed tackles are. And there were a lot, right? You don't need a tally to see it. Fred Warner just said something. We were down. They asked him, were you happy? You know, you're down -3 in the turnover battle, but you're only down 4 points. Are you happy about that? Or do you feel like we got to do more as a defense? And he said both, right? I noticed that the first person there was punching the ball out. That Ji'Ayir Brown play where he got like stiff-armed real bad in the second half, he didn't even try to make the tackle. He ran in with a punch. He punched at the ball immediately and then just got thrown out the way. So the guys, they were so desperate to get a turnover, to try to even up the turnover battle, that they abandoned all of their tackling fundamentals. They were out the window immediately. It was like, and that's going to lead to missed tackles. This team, the way they get those punch outs and all that shit, is usually someone's holding someone's leg, and before they fall down, the next person comes in, and then they get the punch out. It's never the first guy. No, it's just like they say you got to rap and tackle. Nobody was rapping. They were all trying to make a play on the ball. It became hero ball and desperation early, real early, you know, and they got to maintain composure. If you're down 4 points in any game, I don't care what point of the game you're in, it's a one possession game. Get back to what you do well and just play. I don't care. I don't care that it could be 6 turnovers to nothing. The Niners played the Steelers. They had 5 turnovers in that first half, and they came back and won that game. You don't abandon your fundamentals. You don't just stop doing what you're supposed to do. And that's what they did here, man. And it was ugly. It was ugly to see, man. That's how those missed tackles and shit happen all the time. So while the number's going to be bad, and I'm not justifying what they did, I'm saying I see why they had the missed tackles. They can't.
They can't do that, but you see why they did it. They're desperate, and I mean, honestly, I don't blame them for trying to play hero ball, but at the same time, you can't Yeah, like you said, you can't abandon your fundamentals. You got to wrap them up, tackle them, and I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot that went on. They juked us. They ran over us, and the defense had to defend the end zone so many times. And the fact that we didn't give up more points than that, I mean,
That's what I'm saying, bro. These are one of those games where the offense literally has to go into the locker room and say, "My bad. Y'all
Yeah.
did what y'all was supposed to do. We didn't do our job because, bro, they literally, except for one interception, all of the rest. Well, the first one and the last one, which is at the end of the fucking game, so it doesn't matter, right? But those were both in our end zones, right? So those are 2 touchdowns right there that are taken away from that we took away from ourselves. So there goes 14 points right there, right? And then the other three interceptions, they got the ball. One was on like their 45, the other one was on like their 35, another one was on like their 50. And so bro, that's literally 35 points right there that you have literally given to the other team, and 2 of them were in your own end zone that you could have scored on. So that's 35 points right there. This loss is not as bad as it seems, y'all. I know it's Christmas. I'm feeling the pain right now, but if you really,
I'm not even concerned with the fact that it's Christmas. I'm just concerned with the fact that we abandoned the run game. We abandoned the run game. We replaced it with the pass game, and then we had to rely on our defense to try and make big plays for us, and try and play hero ball because they felt like they had the ball too much on the wrong side of the field.
I mean, if you've been at home all day with your family, like I've been, and you woke up and the Christmas spirit is in the house and you smell dinner cooking and you gotta wait all day for a loss like this, bro, I think it makes a little bit worse that it's Christmas. I would have much rather have this shit on the day other than Christmas. I'm telling you that right now. That's just me and my thing.
I was at work. I worked a 10-hour shift.
Okay, bro.
I feel you. I was
different perspective.
I feel you on that though, Dre, because I was walking around
trying
to get antsy, like, come on, it's getting game time. I was excited. I'm outside. I bought remote control cars for the kids. We all in the streets racing and stuff. I'm watching the clock, like, come on, like it was a great day up until this shit.
Man,
this was ugly from the gate, man. Open and drive. I was like, damn. All right, let's get back to the presser. Let's see what else Kyle. Let's see what else Fred has to say. I don't know if we're gonna do all of them. I do want to see if they let Brock Purdy speak though.
So let's see the mindset of now on a short week and ready to go to DC.
The mindset is you can't let one turn into 2. You gotta wipe this one, learn from it, of course. Watch the tape hard, be honest with yourself, but you gotta get back to work. Get right back to work. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't let this, affect our confidence as a team. We know who we are. We gotta come back on a short week and go on the road in a big game and find a way to win one game.
Just one of those examples where this sport can just humble you at any time.
Absolutely. That's it.
It was a stupid ass question.
Merry Christmas.
That was a dumb ass question. Is this one of those moments where the sport can humble you at any time? Shut the fuck up. I can't believe that was the question you decided to ask. They sent Sam Darnold to the fucking podium.
What?
They sent fuck. I don't know, Kyle. I don't know about you right now.
If y'all needed a sign that Kyle is protecting and coddling Brock Purdy, this is it. How don't you put Brock Purdy at the podium after this?
You need to let Purdy speak, bro.
Hey, do you think he's getting evaluated right now though, bro? Because it was the same shoulder as it was last week. So do you think he's getting evaluated right now? And like,
nope.
No, I don't think, dude. Mike's right. He's getting sheltered. He's getting protected by Kyle. Dude, let the boy speak.
They know Grant Cohn is out there. They know Grant Cohn is out there. They know Matt Barnes is out there.
Eat this shit up.
And they know exactly what the fuck is coming. They know exactly. Yo, listen. I understand it with the same shoulder, the stinger, and all that stuff. Pam Oliver reported during the game he was cleared to return, and Kyle said no. Kyle said at the end. So first, I don't know if y'all noticed, they asked him about it twice, one at the beginning and one at the end. The first time he was like, it could get worse later on. I hope it doesn't, but right now we don't know. And then at the very end, he'll be back at practice. He'll be in here tomorrow. He'll be back on Wednesday, and then hopefully I expect him to be. I expect the stinger to not like he fucked up. Like
he's fine. Purdy's fine.
Yep, he's trying to hide that shit. I hate that.
He's trying to hide him.
Bro.
Yeah,
let him face the fucking music, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Brock's a big boy. If what Kyle says about him all the time is true, he'd let him come up to the podium.
Unfucking believable.
Because he says all the time. He says all the time, I took the training wheels off him. I took the training wheels off him.
Right. Well, let him handle his own fucking presser after the 4 interception game.
Posed for you and Brock before that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously really good defense, really good scheme, and then they have a really.
He doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know what to say.
He's like, why am I here right now?
We just got to look ourselves in the mirror and figure out what we can do better.
Oh my gosh.
A bread and butter for you guys. You've got those 2 good linebackers. Does that affect things? Is that not as much?
Mike, pause it real quick.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh gosh. He's hoping nobody asks him, why didn't you run up the middle with that hole? I seriously can see it on his face. He has that look that says, don't ask me that question. Do not ask me that question.
Kyle,
and I really wish I really wish the pressers had asked Kyle Shanahan, why didn't you run the ball the 1 yard line and get yourselves back in that game?
Come on, bro.
Honestly,
Listen, last time I broke down the Sam Darnold presser, I was laughing the whole time. I had way too much fun on it, so I'm gonna try to go easy on my man Sam.
Okay.
He can't. But if he says some stupid shit, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna let him have it. I mean, look, we got Sam Darnold at the podium. We might as well get Jason Verrett up here too, right? Like what the fuck is what are they doing? What are they doing, bro?
Oh no, bro.
Yeah. YouTube family. He know what I'm talking about. This was when they traded Brock. I mean, not Brock, when they traded Lance, and then Sam got the backup job, and he had no idea he was even on the fucking roster. He looked so
I haven't seen that video. I only discovered this channel after we beat in week 3. Not gonna lie. So.
And you're still not on.
So I didn't
on Twitter, right?
I am on Twitter. My Twitter is @damnthecornmanyt.
Okay, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna DM it to you, bro. I roasted his ass. He looked so lost and scared at that press. He couldn't believe he made the roster, bro. He couldn't believe they traded Trey Lance and never mind. It's cool. It's old. I'm sorry.
All right.
Let me
fuck that. Don't be sorry, bro. This is the time. This is the overreaction show, bro. I've been watching this shit for years. This is your time to go in on these motherfuckers, bro. We had 5 interceptions in 1 game, 3 in the first half. Bro. You have all the right to go off. I'm just looking at it the positive of we literally had 3 turnovers in the first half, and we were only down by 4 points at half. We shot ourselves in the foot, bro. And I the only thing that I don't want to happen is, Kyle, let Purdy be himself. Don't tell him, hey, go here with the ball. If that's not open, go here with the ball. No, that's not how Purdy plays, bro. Let Purdy be Purdy. Let Purdy be Purdy.
We'll get to it. I promise you. I think this is the last presser anyway. We won't get to it. Don't worry.
Hey, wait, 1 second. Is his mustache a little curved? No, seriously. His mustache looks a little uneven. I'm not gonna lie.
He wasn't expecting to be at the podium, bro. He probably hasn't.
I'm not. I think, we just got to look ourselves in the mirror and figure out what we can do better.
The intermediate game over the middle is usually a bread and butter for you guys. You've got those 2 good linebackers. Does that affect things? Is that not as much an option in this game?
Yeah, I mean, they're backers, and like I said, their entire defense did a really good job. But there's always ways that we can find a way to move the ball and that way. So, yeah.
You guys are always talking on the sideline every time you come off the field. Did you see any difference in Brock at all? Did he seem frustrated, or is it just the same guy that we always see?
No, Brock's always very poised, very mature, and he always has that next play, next drive mentality. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel having your first extended action in this game after a while? It's been a while. So how did you feel out there, the operation of it?
Yeah, the operation felt great. Obviously would have liked to get that last drive in the end zone, and tough to take a sack there on that third down and leave you with a tough fourth down try at getting a touchdown. So, but yeah, I thought could have done some things better, but overall the operation, was pretty good. All right, thanks guys.
Merry Christmas.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Please tell me they put Jason Verrett to the podium. Oh, it's George Kittle. We're going to go right to George Kittle. We're going to go right to George.
George is close. He had 126 yards tonight and we lost.
How do you feel
With the Louis V. Okay.
this game? The 5 takeaways, obviously, or giveaways were pretty key, but just how do you leave this game feeling?
Well, no, it's kind of crazy. I felt really bad during the game. Like, a lot of turnovers and putting our defense in horrible situations constantly.
Don't you
They still did a good job,
in the first
held them to a
place.
couple field goals. And then at the very end, it's like we score a touchdown, Ronnie scores, and we're going down again. It's like, hey, there's 4 minutes left. Football, anything can happen. So proud of the way the team fought at the end. Proud of Sam coming in and, throwing some darts. Overall, yeah, I mean, we got our tails kicked in, on Christmas Day, national television. So it's not really fun, but it's one game and we have an opportunity to, short week, go get another win. And, then it's just, hey, got to win the next one too. So it's on us. Disappointing, but it's not like the belly or anything like that. Like sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way. A lot of tips. I mean, like there are a lot of crazy stuff happen. So
yeah,
not incredibly angry right now, just disappointed. But
for those of you that don't know, that was a shot at Deebo Samuel.
I still think we have a pretty good football team.
Where I missed that. I missed it.
Brock, have a game.
Pretty good football team. Not incredibly angry. A lot of crazy stuff happened. So
a lot of
tips. Not incredibly angry, but like sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way. A lot of tips. I mean, like there are a lot of crazy stuff happen. So not,
But hold on, pause it, please,
just
bro, please. Hold on.
Pretty good football team.
Hold on.
He tipped one himself.
Hold on. So we had the tip on the screen pass, which was tipped up by a defensive player. We had another tip that was tipped by the defensive player. When did Deebo tip the ball?
Didn't
Deebo dropped a lot of
interceptions come off of Deebo's hands?
No, that came off of Kittle's hands.
Yeah.
Oh, he had the tip.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was self. Okay, that was self. That was
literally, besides for 2, the first one and the last one that Sam threw, all of the rest of them, like the Ravens players tipped it. The first one was a screen pass.
Yeah.
The third one was across the middle, and then the fourth one was off of Kittle.
Okay, so I like that. Then I like that he's taking onus. The tip coming off of him and not somebody. Okay, I like that much more than him.
I thought it was Deebo at first, and then I went back and watched it, and yeah, it was George Kittle
because Deebo had a lot of drops. I'm gonna get on Deebo.
He did.
I'm gonna get on Deebo about a big play that could have been much bigger if he was doing his job. But I'm gonna get on him. But I like that. I take it back. Good job, Kittle. Way to take onus. I like it.
You haven't seen Brock have a game like this with tips, whatever, but 4 interceptions. What was it like, kind of seeing it happen, and how did you think he handled it all?
I think Brock's fantastic still. I mean, just his mindset and handling it. Like stuff happens. They make plays. They're very good. They're the 1 seed in the AFC for a reason. They're guys that get paid to make plays too, and so they had our number tonight. I just kept telling Brock, just keep slinging it, man. We're a 1 seed in the NFC for a reason, because you sling the ball, you get it to our playmakers in space. And,
Right.
they had a great game plan against us tonight. They had a lot of great, those turnovers are huge. And, I don't know what else to say besides when you have, the last turnover is what it is at the end of the game, but, when you have 3 turnovers in the first half, it's just tough. And, that they're not all on Brock.
He knows what to say. He just can't say it.
-3 at halftime, but only down 4.
That's cool, right?
Yeah. What's the thought process going the second half?
Thought process was we got the ball, go down and score, but unfortunately we went 3 and out. Pretty sure we punted and had a penalty, so basically gave him the ball at the 50-yard line.
Yep.
And that's basically a turnover in itself, so that's tough. I do love Mitch getting a hit in, though, so I'm proud of him for that. Probably not the best time for it, but I love it when my punter's physical.
I love Kittle. That was.
But yeah,
I love Kittle.
It just we did have a chance there at going in, 3 turnovers but down 4. But once we did that, they scored, and then I'm pretty sure we had another turnover. They scored again. You're like, okay, well, we're gonna have to be pretty clean here on out. And unfortunately, we weren't until we had a good drive down there to get 1 more touchdown, but we weren't really in a rhythm tonight.
Not at all.
Not as close as you had one early on.
I felt fast. I look fast. Thank you. I know. I think I maybe kept it outside. I don't know. I got to see it.
Was there anything though that defense was doing differently than we haven't seen? Was the middle a little more covered than normal? What do you think you'd say generally?
I think looking at it, they did a really good job. Like the first couple series, they came out and just had different defensive fronts the whole time. And so, you're trying to go against nickel, you're going against base, 5 down, 4 down. You're trying to call the right play to go against those things. And I think we're doing a pretty good job with that, but that is difficult. And I don't know if that, hurt our rhythm at all like that. But yeah, I'm going to give them credit. They won the game, for forcing 5 turnovers. But at the end of the we weren't allowed to really run our entire offense just because we had so many turnovers, especially there in the third quarter. But I think, they obviously did a great job of taking away our middle stuff. Anybody else?
What part of this game just surprised you the most? You guys prepared for what you practiced, what you thought would happen to what happened?
Sam Darnold throwing a touchdown pass.
Well, I think the NFL script writers did a great job tonight. I've never seen Brock Purdy throw 4 interceptions.
Oh, gosh.
I love George Kittle.
Just, our
fucking
team
hero.
does a great job. Our defense, fought their tails off every time we, put them in a bad spot. I don't feel like I've been a part of a 5 turnover game since 2018. So just surprising, I guess, when I look up and the one where they had the corner blitz and got tipped for an interception. I'm run blocking. I'm just like, why is Brock Purdy making a tackle right now? So, just stuff like that. You just don't see it very often, and that's the game of football. Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way. And,
I'll call
hey,
that play at that time. That was so fucking stupid.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Nobody
did they
can
say
ever
Brock?
make me feel.
She said
What?
Brock. She said Brock.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's there.
Up against that defense.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, Brock, buddy. What you got for me?
The most what? Sorry.
Cold part going up against that defense.
Yeah, they were sound in what they did. I feel like they did a good job, all around. Starting with their front. The guys in their secondary. They did a good job just all around. And so, they're a good team in general. When they had the momentum, they kept it rolling. Felt like there was just some tight windows and stuff. Not a lot of room for error in terms of my decision making and stuff. So, but overall, they did a good job. They came ready to play.
The first one, the one you wanted back the most.
Yeah, that starts it off. Obviously we were rolling. We had the momentum. Had some really big plays on that drive, and then I throw the ball like that. To end the momentum that we had. So for me, yeah, that definitely hurt. Wish I had it back. I wish I would have progressed and just checked it down and kept the drive alive. So definitely got to learn from it.
Did you not see, explain to a layman, what did you not see on that play? That
I saw Debo flash a little bit. And in that play, if we had quarters with 2 high safety, Debo wasn't necessarily a thought. I'm supposed to progress. And so I thought I saw some space early on, and I threw it late, and then the safety made a play and picked it off. So clear as day on me. I got to progress. So
that right there is how I know Kyle, like that play. Kyle mentioned the first interception 3 times in his presser. He just said, if you see the 2 safeties, Debo's not supposed to be a thought. He flashed. I pulled the trigger. I was late. Like, Kyle reamed him out about that play. And that's why Kyle started giving him who to go to on certain plays. That one play fucked the whole everything up with Kyle and him. And I swear to God, I've done shows over the years, whether it was Jimmy, whether it was Trey, fucking Beth, everybody. Is Kyle too controlling of the quarterback? I've been asking this question for years. Is he too controlling of his quarterbacks? And it's like he just can't help himself after a certain point. If you don't do one thing right, if you don't do one, I've heard Kyle be upset about a touchdown play because that's not the way the play was designed. If you don't do one thing right, Kyle gets pissed off and he handcuffs these guys. You can't have a quarterback playing a game that is 100% reactionary and you're telling him what to do. You can't do it. Not at that position.
Because when you think about it, Mike, if you look at the last 2 picks that was in halftime, it's almost like Brock looked directly to the first read because he was told to. That's not, bro. We could clearly see, like, throughout the last couple of weeks when Brock improvises, he always seems to make the right decision. But when you put the trainer wheels on him and you say, "Hey, go to this read. If you don't get this read, I don't give a fuck. Go to this read. Period. Point blank." Well, this might be the outcome, Kyle. This might be the fucking outcome, and these interceptions might very well, behind closed doors, might very well be on Kyle Shanahan. This was not like Brock Purdy, bro. It just didn't make sense. That's another thing. These interceptions and these throws was not Brock Purdy, bro. I swear, it almost looked like after that first interception, Kyle was like, "Fuck it, go with the ball where I tell you where to go with the ball." I swear that's what it looked like, bro.
Yeah. I'm going to attest to that. Because in the weeks prior, I noticed what Brock Purdy did a lot. Like, even in the Seattle game, in the Browns game that we lost, even in his 3 losses, he looked all around the field. I didn't see him do that after that first drive.
None.
Like,
it was one read, one throw. That's it. And I'm like, bro, hold on. What's going on?
There was a play where he snaps the ball and he looks to the left and his guy is completely covered. He looks to the right and goes right back to the guy to the left. It was like he couldn't do anything other than what he was told to do on that play. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? Why did he go back and force that throw?
Why did he go back to that throw?
Right. It was so painfully obvious. I wish I was one of those people that could tell you the exact play and exactly what I don't have that kind of memory. I know what the fuck I said it during the live stream. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Why is he doing that? It didn't make any sense to me. He looked left and it wasn't there. He looked right and then went right back to the left throw. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, Kyle can't.
Kyle needs to understand that mistakes are going to be made, and that not everything is going to be perfect. And that Brock Purdy's not a perfect quarterback. No quarterback is. When quarterbacks make mistakes, they learn from those mistakes. Okay.
Right.
If Purdy does it again on his own terms, then maybe you can start saying maybe here, but it's your decision where to throw the ball. You said you took the training wheels completely on him, and then you put him right back on again, and you expect to win that way. That's not how you win a game.
Not at all.
It's not how you win a game.
And there was a game last week where the Cleveland Browns, Joe Flacco, he threw 3 picks. They still won the game.
Yeah, it's still won the game.
You do not put training wheels on these guys, bro. This is not high school. This is not even college, bro. This is the NFL. Yeah. This is the NFL, bro. This National Football League, bro. This is the biggest stage that you could possibly get to. When we were younger, I'm pretty sure if y'all played football, we all dreamed of playing this fucking sport. And you have to be able to improvise and think on the fly, and that is Purdy's strength. He's able to think on the fly and make things happen. You can't say, hey, go with the read that I'm giving you. And Kyle just seems like he's that coach to where if you piss him off, he's all right, go with the read that I give you. But another thing that can happen is Kyle can say, okay, I'll put the training wheels on him. We forced 2 more fumbles. This was all on me. He probably won't tell the team that shit. I know for sure he won't tell them that. But I know that his dad is going to tell him, hey, you got to let these guys play. Because John Elway was another one who was a gunslinger. And he would make great decisions and dumbass decisions at the same time. But you got to keep the training wheels off of him.
Yeah, Mark is absolutely correct.
Yeah, you got to let your quarterbacks make their own decisions, especially a quarterback like Brock Purdy. Now, if it was somebody else, like if it was like if we still had Josh Johnson and he was in the quarterback, he had to go into the quarterback spot, then I would say, yeah, you call the play. But this is your starting quarterback that you practice with, that he takes most of the reps in, and he knows what kind of decisions to make. He's been game changing plays for the past 6 weeks since the bye week, and then all of a sudden you're putting the training wheels back on him because he made one little mistake on a throw that he was late on, and that you didn't like.
Opening drive. That's the dagger though. It was the first drive, and Kyle just handcuffed him. Like, you can't do. And so Mark was right. It was the play to McCaffrey, and Kyle's got to remember why he was so willing to move on from Jimmy and Trey. You know what I'm saying? He's got to, like, Kyle, you got to suck it back in and say, you know what? I trust this kid. This is why I kept saying he's the real deal. Blah 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 blah. You gotta get back to that when shit goes wrong, especially on the opening drive. You got to get back to it. You got to get back to it. So this is, I'm putting a lot of this blame on Kyle. Kyle might be at the top of the list.
It's as much as Kyle is a genius, he's just as much responsible for this as anybody else.
Yep. I thought I saw some space early on, and I threw it late, and then the safety made a play and picked it off. So clear as day on me. I got to progress. So.
The third interception, the one trying to get to Kittle. Are you aware of the flags that were on the field at that point, or are you just still trying to make it?
Yeah. I saw some flags thrown, as I was scrambling and stuff, not exactly sure of what or who it was on.
Exactly.
And so my mind was trying to make a play. And honestly, I can't make a bad play worse. I have to know that that's, on us in terms of the flag. Just by some body languages of our O-line and things like that. I did see that. So for me to throw across my body back in the middle of the field with a guy on George, it's very dumb of me. So got to throw the ball away and
probably wasn't on Kyle
to find another play. And
that's not, while I respect the answer and him trying to take onus for it, you don't know what the fucking flags are for as a quarterback. I don't care if they fly across your face. You have no idea what those flags are for.
Well, he was right there when Banks literally tackled the dude.
Well,
and he got up and he threw his hands up to the ref, and Brock kind of did glance down and he just went for it. He said, fuck it. And he scrambled to the right and he threw the ball. Bro, as soon as he threw the ball, I knew it was something bad. I knew it was something bad.
Well, here's the thing, right? Everybody, I don't think that he knew what was going on, because flags come out for all sorts of different reasons in the backfield. It's not just holding. It's not just tripping. It's not for any of that.
Right.
If I'm Brock Purdy and I see a flag, that's not the first thing on my mind. The first thing on my mind is get the friggin' ball out of my hands. Yeah. And I think that's all he was trying to do. I don't think he cared. I don't think he cared about the yellow flags, because if I'm Brock Purdy, I don't care about the flag. I care about making a play.
And also, there's nothing wrong with taking a sack. There's nothing wrong with that, bro.
No, absolutely. But what I'm saying is this was just not a fair question. You cannot expect the quarterback to know why 3 flags on the same play came out. Like that's just it's just a dumb ass question. I'm sorry. And while I like him trying to take onus for it, Brock, that's not on you. It's not your job to be an official. Also, that's just a silly ass and I respect him. He's taking it like a man. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's taking it right on the chin. I got to know I can't make a bad play worse and all that. He's saying all the right things, but come on, man. I'm not expecting I don't care who you are. I'm not expecting the quarterback to know why all 3 flags were flying across the field at the same time. It could have been offsetting penalties, which means if we throw a touchdown, it's coming back. If I get sacked, it's coming back. If it's an interception, it's coming back. He has no idea what those penalties are. That's just not fair.
In his mind, he doesn't have time to speculate that either.
Facts.
Right.
Because
And he's
everybody's
telling you,
everybody's
I saw
in
the
his
body
face.
language. Yeah, he's like, I saw the body language, some of the linemen. I should have known. Yeah, but like I said, it was 3 flags. It wasn't just one. So no, not at all. Brock, you didn't have to take this one on the chin. I got to make the play.
But
That's
hey,
it. I got to make
props to Brock. Props to Brock for at least trying to take some
Body
responsibility
back
for
in the
it.
middle of the field with a guy on George. It's very dumb of me. So I've got to throw the ball away and live to fight another play and punt.
Holy shit.
Punt. So that's something I got to learn from in the hard way.
What do you do to shake this on?
Yeah. I mean, it's the NFL. We have some opportunities coming up, and we still got 2 games left in the regular season before we get into playoffs. And so for me, trying to look at the big picture of what we're trying to do, what our team goals are. But at the same time, man, I have to look myself in the mirror and ask myself why or how that happened and why I made those decisions. And so our team came ready to play. And, for me to make some decisions like that, it pains me, and it's not fair to these guys. So I have to realize that and understand that. And I have to get better for my team. So.
The stinger, did it seem similar to what you experienced in Arizona, and how concerning is that?
Yeah. I mean, I played the whole game fine, not thinking about it or anything. It wasn't even a thing. And, just the way I got tackled on that play, it sort of just lit up again, just like last week. So I had to go through the whole, protocol process on the tent again and everything like that. So that's just sort of just how it went down. So.
When you talked to Kyle, would you say, I can come back in, or what was that discussion?
Yeah. I mean, we had talked about just the scenario of the game, where we were at, just got a stinger and, my arm was coming back, feeling normal and whatnot. And so he was just like, where we're at in the game, Sam had gone in and scored, and he goes, for right now, we're just going to go with Sam just by how things are going.
Oh,
and,
no.
We didn't want anything else popping up with the stinger and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff. It was just where we were at situationally. So Sam was doing good, and we rolled with him.
So good.
Mike, pause.
When this happens, as it's happening, does it feel different?
He's not gonna bench him for Sam Darnold, bro. He's not.
Well, I want to reiterate something that Mike said, and I'm starting to think that he may be right. A few weeks ago, after the loss to Cincinnati, you and I were on that show for a good long time. One of the things that you talked about was Kyle does not give enough time to quarterbacks. You mentioned the time between C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullins. We had those two with Kyle Shanahan. Nick Mullins was doing kind of good, and then when he started the downfall, he brought in C.J. Beathard, or was the other way around? I can't remember. And then there was another thing we talked about with Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo, and you were saying like he does not give enough time for his quarterbacks to develop enough. And God, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm starting to see where that could go down, especially right here.
Nah,
No way.
No way.
No way. If
No way.
if Kyle's willing to make that kind of decision off of one game,
yeah,
Kyle's got to go. If that's
Yeah,
the case.
I'm just saying, right? We had that 3-game losing streak, and he didn't play the best. If he has that again, is he gonna do that?
Well, I mean, you got to look at it like this, bro. We were missing very key players, Trent Williams, and we were missing Debo. One of those games, we also were missing Greenlaw. This game, we were missing Oren Burke. He's a starter. We were missing Jennings. He's a starter. We were also missing Armstrong.
I realize that.
And also, bro, we don't have any kick punt return, bro. Rayway is gone, bro. You might as well just call it a fair catch every single time. So we're gonna start on our yard line. Like literally, we're gonna start on the other team's yard line every time we get the ball for a punt return. I think this game is a simple anomaly, bro. It was some freak play the score. What was the score? Like 5-2 or something? Like this was an anomaly of a game. Yeah, bro. Yeah, this is the offshoot anomaly of a game, bro, where some bad things just happened at the beginning of the game. I'd never see this happen again. Brock Purdy will never have 4 interceptions in one game, and he will never have 3 in the first half. This was just some bad tip balls, bro, and a few bad decisions, bro. Like the game was right there for our taking, bro. If you really, and I'm gonna rewatch the game, but after thinking about it and like now that the sting of the loss is over with, bro, it really was not that bad. The Ravens aren't great. Let's get that out of our head. To say that the Ravens are that much better than us, bro, they got three interceptions on tip balls, bro. Like any defense can fucking do that. And then you get the ball on your 35, you're 40, and then you're 50, and then you get a nice kick return, a nice punt return, and on top of that, you get a 15-yard penalty. And then on one of the scores, Gip has a play that he has 2 plays in a row where they're led down the field. It was 50 yards worth of penalties in 2 plays, and they were on their 8-yard line. Like, this is an anomaly of a game, bro. The Ravens, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, after rewatch the game, they aren't.
Right.
I don't think they're a better team than us.
When you go back and you watch the Ravens' first 3 or 4 drives, the Niners were all over them. They had a phenomenal game plan.
Yeah.
It's just when the turnovers and the scores started piling up, that's when they unraveled. You know what I'm saying? So
That's when we had huge stuff.
So I don't think this game is normal. I don't think we should expect this from the defense, from the offense. And you know, that's real. Like that's the real. You know what I'm saying? But it's shit happens in the NFL, and that's how good teams lose games. But this is a good defense. Let me be very clear. I don't think we scored that second. I don't think we scored that last touchdown if Kyle Hamilton's still in there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He made a big difference in that secondary. He made a huge difference in the secondary. He is a piece that they move around and they use him. That young man is extremely talented, one of the best safeties in the game. So I do think that we benefited from him not being there. However, this game, when it's all said and done, we're gonna when we go back and review the film, we're gonna see a phenomenal defensive plan in the beginning of the game. I just wish they stuck with it, even in the third quarter. Even in the third quarter, I wish they stuck with it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wish we had done that too, because I think we could. I think that would have changed the game a lot. I don't think we would have given up 33 points, or at least what was it, like 16 to 12 and a half. So I don't think we would have given up those 15 points at the end.
Yeah, Wilk started playing our cornerback soft, bro. He put him in that soft zone, back up 8 fucking yards off him, let him get 5 yards up the field, turn around, catch the ball. Then that way they have a chance to break a tackle and get up the field. And that's just not how we play. We play better when we're manned up, face to face, me and you, motherfucker. This is me and you. I'm not giving you no space. I'm in your face. And we were pressuring Lamar all night. It's bro, without the turnovers, bro, we win. Without the turnovers, we win, bro. We had 3 turnovers in the first half, bro, and literally we're down by 4 points. How many teams in the NFL can say that? Any other team in the NFL, bro, it'd have been 28 to fucking 7.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this thing up here.
Situationally, so
people in the chat getting a little goofy.
We rolled with them.
You've been so good for so many weeks. When this happens, as it's happening, does it feel different? I mean, you've been so even keeled while it's been so high. What is the mindset as things are kind of tumbling away?
Yeah. You know, for me, it's like, you know, I got to ask myself, all right, like who are you? You know, what do you stand for? You know, who are you when things are good? Who are you when things don't go your way? It's easy to, you know, be riding the high and thinking you're the man when things are going well, winning games and all that kind of stuff. And you don't really see, you know, a whole lot of adversity in some games and whatnot. And, you know, this is the reality of the NFL. And so for myself, I obviously have to look myself in the mirror, watch the plays where I need to get better, make some cleaner decisions, help my team, you know, put up points and score and protect the ball. And when things don't go my way, it's, you know, understanding, you know, I can't be acting out. I have to be real with myself and be better. But I want to be the same guy every day, you know, be consistent in what I do and how I do things, whether things are going well or not. I know who I am, and I'm not going to waver in that. So I've said that before, and I'll continue to hang my hat on that.
Just to be clear on the stinger, did it dissipate pretty quickly like it did last week, or are you still feeling it right now?
No, yeah, it eventually over time it had gone away, and you know, at first it was just on fire and whatnot, and but over time, just like last week, it came back. So correct, yeah.
You mentioned learning how to be able to take a punt. Is that a challenge for you to be able to say, okay, be more conservative and allow the offense to punt in the situation?
Yeah. You know, I think it's, you know, easier to do so when, you know, you don't have that many turnovers going on, or the game, you know, is a close game and whatnot. When
you know, and things are, you know, in my mind of, all right, you've messed up a couple times. I got to find a way to make a play. Like, that's where I think I have to grow and be willing. Like I said, a bad play happens, just throw the ball away, punt the ball. You know, the game's still manageable to come back. And those are things I have to get better at and understand. So, yeah. Thanks, guys.
I hated that last question.
The question was kind of weak sauce, but it was his answer was good. At least, you know, he answered it solid. And I like him saying, I got to learn, like, I don't have to make a play right now, like live to fight another down. That's what you want to hear from a young guy making his 20th regular season start. Like, that's what you want to hear, you know? So I'm not mad.
I hated that question. I thought it was a stupid question because she knows that we're consistent. He's consistent, and that I think everybody kind of knows that Kyle took over the play calling and told him where to go with it. At least after the way he was acting in his press conference and how he was saying it, it was all signs are there. He took over the play calling. He told him what to do because of one bad mistake. And I'm going to reiterate this again and again. He can't ever do that again if he wants to win the Super Bowl. Can never do that again. And if he continues to do that, then we're not going to get past the divisional round.
Yeah. I think we're going to be okay though, guys. We overreacted. What was that?
I do too. Sorry. Let's stop.
Oh, no, you're good. We overreacted. There's a lot of other things that we didn't talk about. The ridiculous amount of penalties for the team in this game.
Oh my gosh.
Kyle mentioned over 100 yards in penalties. It's just unacceptable. And in the game where, I mean, it was just, we had more yards, more passing, more rushing, more yards per play. The time of possession was as close as it's going to be when you have 5 turnovers. Like it was 31 to 28. Like, I mean,
come on.
There were opportunities there. Like, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you look at the numbers, bro, had it not been for the turnovers, bro, like I said, bro, there will never be another game where Brock Purdy has 3 interceptions in the first half, bro. It's just not. This is an anomaly. Things like this unfortunately happen, and it happened to us. I mean, shit. And we've been smacking motherfuckers. We've been putting up 38, 40 points every week, bro. Like we've been doing it to other teams. Accept it and move on. Accept it and move on. Have a short memory. Today happened. It is what it is. Sucks it happened on Christmas. But you know what? I bet you the Ravens is thinking like, damn, we put up 3 turnovers and we only had 16 points in the first half. We had 5 and we still only beat them by 2 scores. They were still in the game
without Trent Williams.
Without Trent Williams.
Come on, man.
Yeah, right. There's pluses and positives to this.
Defense teams think about that shit, bro. They definitely think about that.
And if you can't get over the fact that we lost, just take comfort in the fact that we know that the Cowboys can't beat the Dolphins and the Chiefs lose on Christmas Day as well. I'll take comfort in that fact tonight because at least we're not the only losers on Christmas and Christmas Eve, whatever you want.
Hey, Mike, I got a question. If we end up with the same record as the Eagles, we get the tiebreaker because we beat them, right?
Yep. The only way we lose the number 1 seed is if someone has a better record than us. We went out, it's over.
The only team that, so if we win one more game, we'll have rank over the Eagles and the Cowboys. If we win one, lose one, and the Lions win out, the Lions will get the 1 seed.
Oh my God.
But that's because of the conference games.
No, they'll have a better record than us because right now we're tied in record.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. If we finish with the same record, then we're number 1 seed. Yeah.
If we finish with a better record, we're number 1 seed.
So the Lions could feasibly, and see, bro, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, bro, them Rams, them motherfuckers is balling, bro.
I'm not worried about the Rams, bro.
Well, I'm not worried about the Rams. And
All right.
here's the thing.
All right. Thank you for
Before we
telling
go,
me.
Mike. Before we go, Mike. There's a saying down in Nebraska. It says, if we win, let it be by the code. If we lose, our faith and honor is held high, and we'll cheer as the winners go by. Tonight, we'll give the Ravens this one. We'll tell them congratulations. You guys outplayed us, and we'll take it humbly. We'll go on. We'll look at what we did wrong, and then hopefully we can face those guys in the Super Bowl and put it right back in their faces.
Yep.
Because I want it so bad now.
We'll see y'all again. That's what I'm hoping. That's exact. Now I want that to be the rematch in the Super Bowl. I really, really want that to be the rematch in the Super Bowl.
Facts.
So,
yeah.
Facts.
Listen, man. Good show, fellas. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody who rocked out with us and enjoyed the show, hated the show, whatever it is that you felt. Thank y'all for giving us the view. We appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who made the contributions and all the super chats. Y'all are the best. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the Patreon community who rocked with us throughout the duration of the entire game. Y'all are phenomenal. People that came in, left, and all that stuff. I appreciate everybody for giving us their time and support. And let's not forget how today started. Yeah, man, that's what it was all about. It's all about the family, baby.
That's awesome.
It's all about the
That's
family,
awesome.
man. So, that's what it was all about, man. Here's the good thing, man. No major injuries. All the big name players that got hurt could have come back for the 49ers in the game if we absolutely needed them to. Kyle did the right thing, down 2 or 3 scores for most of the game. No need to send anybody else back out there. We learned this game wasn't going to put us in first place. It wasn't going to knock us out of first place. So you got to do the right thing. You got to protect some of these big name players that are irreplaceable, especially because we are in the playoffs, man. That's going to do it for the show. Guys, any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up here?
Man, just look at the positives, bro. We got punched in the mouth. We in the mouth. We had a lot of turnovers. And it's not an excuse, bro. Like, we still committed the turnovers, but I just think this was like I said, this was an anomaly. This was a once in a lifetime thing. Where, I mean, how many times have you seen there be 3 interceptions on tip balls, bro? Like, this shit just does not happen, bro. It just don't happen. So I don't feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's come back strong and try to get a win next week, and then shit, go see the Rams. You know what I mean? And finish it out. We got to win these last 2, bro. Literally, the Eagles have the Giants again, which they barely squeeze it out. Then they got to come out here to Arizona. So, like, they're probably going to win those 2 games. So we have no choice now but to win. We have no choice.
All right. Well, I just want to reiterate 2 things. Number 1, coach should never be controlling of our quarterback ever again. Never do that again. And 2, defense, just stick to your game plan. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. My final thoughts are, the game is over. The dust is settled. The Niners live. They learn. And that's the important part, is that they learn from this loss and their mistakes in this game. And I kind of like that they were trying some things out there. I saw some very creative plays from Steve Wilkes, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. And my final hope is this. I hope that the media trashes the Niners this week. I hope the way that they said the sky was falling for the Eagles after the Niners beat them, the way they said the sky was falling for the Cowboys after the Niners beat them, I sincerely hope we get that same kind of vitriol coming our way, because as much as the players, as much as the coaches like to say they don't read the headlines, they don't see the tweets and all that stuff, it's not true. They're all doing podcasts now, so they're paying attention to what people are saying. They're all talking about it. They're talking about how great the victories were. I'm hoping that they go out there and talk about how bad the losses were, and I hope they learn from it, like I said before. That's going to do it, guys. Let's get out there. Let's get motivated. Let's continue to go out there and remember that things could always be worse. It's a game. It's a sport, but the Niners are not down. They were knocked down, but they're not out, and that's what we want to see, man. We're going to get up out of here. Thank you all again for your support. Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain, but always remain faithful. We're out of here, guys. Peace.
See you, Mike.
We all gas, no brakes. pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but we them nothing but Niners.